Did Neville Goddard say circumstances literally do not matter because them not texting you, them not calling you, them not choosing you is relevant in the slightest? Or did he say circumstances literally do not matter because they literally do not matter? No matter what is happening right now, the second that you decide that you want to live in a new reality with a new version of your SP, with a new bank balance, then that is what is true for you. And this is where delusion comes into play, where delusion is the key to manifesting. And delusion is discipline, because it's actually easier to sit and wallow in your own self-pity of things not working out, of not being chosen, of not being prioritized. It's much easier to do that. But to catch yourself every single time you have that thought of, I am not good enough, and you flip it to, obviously I'm good enough, obviously I'm the shit, obviously they're obsessed with me, obviously everything always works out for me. For you to do that, for you to do one rep at the gym over and over and over again, hundreds of times per day, takes discipline, takes focus. And the reason why nothing has changed is because you haven't changed. It's absolutely nothing to do with the 3D, and instead you are getting mad at the 3D, because bearing in mind, they are just mirroring back to you your own misperceptions about yourself, your own delusions about yourself, the lies that you've told yourself over and over and over again of not being prioritized, of not being chosen, of not being the one, of not having enough money. You've told yourself that over and over again, and guess what? You've gone and proven it to yourself in the 3D, because repetition dissolves your disbelief. So tell me, in the past 24 hours, how many times have you decided to choose the old story? Just yesterday. Just take yesterday. How many times did you sit there in your own self-pity? Did you sit there talking about how broke you are, how things don't work out, how things are not the way that you want them to be? How many times did you choose that story? That is directly proportionate to how many times you have to choose the new story over and over and over again. Every single time that old story comes up, you have a prompt, a built-in alarm system to choose the new story. Remember, your feelings are not facts. Your feelings are created by your thoughts. So the second that you're feeling down, the second that you're not feeling enough, the second that you're feeling unworthy, you need to go back to the source, which is your thoughts. It's literal science. Your thoughts create your feelings, which create your behaviors, which create your actions. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And so we go back and decide a new story, and it all begins with a new thought. And this is where delusion really becomes your best friend, because they're not texting you, they're obsessed with you. You don't have the money is flooding your bank account right now. Your business is booming. You always have more than enough. You are enough. When you are deciding that new story, you are literally minimizing that little gremlin that's on your shoulder telling you, you ain't shit, you ain't enough, you're never gonna have enough, you're never gonna be it, you're never gonna have the things that you want. You're minimizing it every single time, and gradually it gets smaller and you get bigger, you get stronger. Your reality starts to reflect back the things that you want, the things that you desire. And this is really the power of law of assumption, because whatever you assume to be true is true for you. So if you decide right now that you are in Barbados, you are literally in Barbados. Your reality cannot bully you around your 3D. It's old news. It's already happened. It's already manifested. Whatever's happening today, you manifested a month ago, a week ago, 2 days ago, whatever it was. So you get to decide a brand new story starting from today. This is the power of our minds. Stop feeding into that old story of, I am not enough. Like, I have someone constantly commenting their undesired circumstances on my TikTok, and I had to say, please shut the fuck up. I love you, but please shut up. Stop feeding the weeds in your garden. It's going to flourish. Whatever you feed will flourish. So shut your mouth, shut your mind, and start regurgitating a new story the exact same way as you do the old. I've literally worked with hundreds of clients in the past year, and more recently, more intimately one-on-one, where we're doing a 4-week coaching, 8-hour personalized sleep tapes, 2 personalized meditations, a personalized rampage, personalized loop affirmations completely tailored to your situation, and then 5 coaching calls. Not one person, out of everybody that I've worked with has got to the end of those 4 weeks and not felt better, not manifested the SP, not had someone show up the way that they wanted, not manifested the money, not one person. And do you know why? Because it's literally impossible to do the work that I give you, or we talk about on this channel, or to choose different thoughts every single day. It's literally impossible to not feel better in the space of 4 weeks. It's physically impossible. And so the fact that you've been sat there wallowing in your own self-pity for years, 4 months, 4 days, 4 hours, and I was there, don't worry, I was there. The fact that you are not choosing that new story over and over again, when in the space of a few days, a few hours, a few weeks, you could feel like a brand new person, means that you want to stay where you are. You want to stay down. You want to stay feeling like shit. And that's fine. That just means that I'll be here when you're ready to actually do the work. But until then, stop fucking complaining, okay? The tools are there. Do the inner work. Do the rep at the gym. Over and over and over again. Choose a new thought. We are addicted to the suffering. And honestly, I've noticed it for myself as well. Even just moving into this villa and getting everything ready, it's been extremely stressful. And I found myself, devolving a little bit. And I have to catch myself and be like, no, that's not my reality anymore. That addiction to the suffering, that addiction to the pain, that addiction to things not working out for me, that isn't my reality anymore. I have to catch myself, just like you have to catch yourself. That is not my reality anymore. That's not who I am. That never was who we were, to be honest. We allowed delusion to get us here in the first place, right? So just using the tools that we speak about, what we know to do, the toolbox that we have, the rampages, the meditations, the breath work, breathe with Sandy or Wim Hof, the loop affirmations, the sleeping with affirmations on at night, the inner child work. I mean, we have all the tools to make sure that our state is in equilibrium every single day. But of course, we're human beings, things happen, I get it. But also that addiction to the suffering, it has to end. And we do this with delusion. Delusion is literally the key. It will literally save you from your addiction to the past, from your addiction to suffering. I intend for this video to have helped. You are worthy, you are loved, I love you, and thank you.